So excited.
Yeah.
How I was trying to remember, how did we meet?
Oh my gosh. I know that Diary of a Bad Man was in October Film Festival because I think you were working with Emmeline at the time, right?
Yes, I think that's how we met. Okay. So yeah, so
And
she was in
then
it. Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah, we were accepted into the October Film Fest, and that's where I met you for the first time. You gave like a video testimonial of how you think I did in the movie and stuff.
Yeah. So she did this. I was working with my girl Emily Stewart at
Mm-hmm.
October Film Festival, and she had this a pretty amazing film, Diary of a Bad Man,
Yeah.
and I saw her in that film. That was great. And then I kept watching her over the years. So a lot of people ask me, how do you cast with your actors? To be honest with you, I don't go with headshots. I go with energy and talent. But talent's not
Mm-hmm.
enough. I go with energy. So from there, we start working together, talking together, and then I cast her, and I would film Lola, that she plays the lead actress sister. So let everybody know about your role and how you felt about Lola when you first got the role and all that jazz.
Oh man, Carmen is, of course, Lola's older sister. And I'm the one that try to keep her in a straight and narrow path because sometimes your sisters or your friend, they just in a world of their own. They just, so you have those friends that kind of bring you back down, like calm
Mm-hmm.
down, simmer down, so keep you in alignment, keep you in line.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's me and Carmen's relationship, and playing alongside Taja is amazing. She's just dope. Of course, you guys know her. She's an amazing actress and just off camera, amazing personality and just great to work with. So when I got the call from Antoine that I was booked to play the role of Carmen, I was definitely excited. I already knew that just off of our energy that we were going to be working together long term on
Mm-hmm.
different projects because just the way we vibe, the way we collaborate and the way we think, we're so in sync creatively.
Mm-hmm.
So if it wasn't Lola, I know it's going to be some other project. So I'm just excited to be a part of Lola, the franchise, and it's way bigger than what you guys can imagine. There's so much more in store with the Lola brand, and I'm excited to be a part of the movement.
Yeah. How did it feel being on set and shooting a film? Because this was a 11-day shoot, a quick shoot, and your daughter actually got to be in the film.
Yes, Genesis made her acting debut. That was her first feature film, and she did amazing. I think. Would you say?
Yeah, she did a great job.
It's always Mama always gonna go for. Oh, my baby did good, but I think it was amazing just to work alongside with my daughter, playing my daughter. Um, just trying to Antoine laugh at me every time I say this, but just trying to go from acting and trying to switch off mommy mode was kind of difficult for me because I've never worked with my kids on the same set. I think when I worked with Jaden on Break,
Yeah, and this is the
that was
second
after,
time.
right?
Yeah, this was before.
It was before. Okay, Jaden is a little bit more experienced though. Jen,
Hmm.
she was like brand new. Jaden did jobs before, but yeah, to work with Jen and she's bouncing and all over the place and
Hmm.
still a toddler, older toddler, and then yeah. So to go from mommy mode to okay, Carmen, mommy, stop, sit down, yeah, action, cut. Didn't I tell you? Cut, action, yes. So it was kind of, but now she's older, thank goodness, and
Yeah, it
we
was
don't play.
cool. This is the second time you got to work with your kids in my project, so that was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
How do you feel when you was at the premiere and actually got to see it for the first time?
Oh my God, yo! When I tell you, there's nothing like when the audience sees your film, and it's one thing from script to screen, and then seeing everybody else's like their take on it and their reaction, and that to me is like wow, that makes all the hard work so much more worth it. It's like the audience reaction, they cried, they laughed, they cheered. Some of them were quoting quotes and sayings from the movie. Hard work pays
Pays
off,
off.
hard work pays off. So to have that kind of crowd, just natural engagement, and they're just rooting and cheering, and it was just like wow, they really, really they get it. They're in it, they're present, and they're like fully engaged. That's amazing from start to finish. From start
Yeah,
to
like
finish.
when I did a Lola premiere, at first I was like, let me do that at a theater, some little theater. But I said, nah, let me. God gave me this gift. Let me brighten my life. And we
Mm-hmm.
shot it before they shut New York down. We shot the
Mm-hmm.
AMC. We premiered at the AMC on Times Square, and it was 300 plus people. And you can't pay for the reactions that we got. It was just
Mm-mm.
priceless,
It was
so
priceless.
priceless.
Sold
It was
out.
sold out.
Sold
So
out.
if y'all
Times
was at the,
Square.
yeah, some of y'all was at the premiere, definitely sold out.
Yeah.
You will have it soon. Someone just said you will have it soon. So, how do you feel when I let you know that we got into ABFF?
I was freaking excited because first and foremost, I've always wanted to go to ABFF, to just have such a prestigious film festival by our people, for our people. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
Like ABFF, you guys is like the Black Tribeca or the Sundance or those South by Southwest, those major film festivals.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is like our film festival, and I've always wanted to go. I'm like, I'm not going to ABFF unless I'm going for my project.
Yeah, I
And
felt the same way. Yeah.
now when I finally had the chance, I'm like, yes, I'm going to ABFF. And then it's like, wah,
Yeah.
pandemic, everything is
So,
online. I'm like, but you know what? At least I'm saving a plane ticket.
yeah, we stayed on a plane ticket
Yeah.
and we actually got in because a lot of people submitted and a lot of people didn't get in. I've been
Yeah.
submitting to ABFF for almost 5 years,
Yeah.
and I
ABFF
found
is not easy to get into. They
yeah.
are like, you just don't know what they're looking for, because I know films that I've been to their premieres and you're like, yo, I know they're going to go far. I know they're going to get picked up. I know they're going to have a crazy distribution deal. I know that they got to get into ABFF. And I know the directors and producers directly. And they're like, nah, we didn't get it. And I'm like, what? How? It was well shot. The story was amazing, but what's for you?
Yeah, it's
Is for you, man.
yeah, everybody have their own path. They're gonna get in. Like it's certain
Mm-hmm.
festivals I submitted to, I didn't get in, but other films I know they got in. You gotta keep on trying. You gotta keep on just realizing that
Yeah.
it's your path.
Right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Right.
So tell me now, you in Lola, you doing all this stuff. Let people know as an actress, like what advice would you give someone going forward or trying to be in this industry or trying to stand out?
Oh man, it's don't do it because you're doing it for what it looks like from the perspective of how other people put it up on the gram, or you see in the red carpets and you see in the premieres and all of that. That's the aftermath. But this business is not easy. It's not for the weak. Because you're gonna hear a lot more no's than yes. I think probably this is the only business where you're hearing more no's than yes.
Yeah, you hear so many no's,
For
and you be like,
every
yeah.
yeah, for every one yes, you're probably getting like 100 no's. So if you don't have thick skin, first and foremost, you have to know that you're doing this because this is your heart is in it. You're passionate. Whether the money goes, that shouldn't drive you. The money's gonna come if you follow your purpose. The funds are gonna come, but you have to be driven by your passion and your heart. If it's purposeful and this is where your life journey is in alignment with this business, then I would say go for it. The sky's the limit. But do the work. Do the work. It's a lot of work. Do the work. Get the class. Learn the technique. Do things professionally. Get the right headshots. No cookie cutter. Don't ask your homegirl from across the street to snap something on your iPhone. Industry
What's wrong?
professional knows
What's
the
wrong with the
difference.
iPhone? What's
It's
wrong with
nothing
iPhone
wrong with it,
pictures?
but I'm just saying, when you're going up against people who've been in the industry for a long time, unless you're going for like indie films, student films, people like that who are just starting out, they're looking for people who are just starting out too, because most likely they're not paying. But if you're going up for roles that are paying good dollars, you got to come with it. It's a lot that you got to have on the. Unless you're working with Antoine Allen Films,
Yeah, I do my headshot
he
from my
doesn't go
iPhone.
the industry standard route, but they don't have a lot of Antoine Allen
Yeah,
films out there. You know what I'm saying?
that's
So,
true. That's
you
true.
know,
Because I see so much. Don't judge me. I see her laughing at the iPhones. Don't judge me. Um, Listen, I realize that this industry is not for us.
I'll take that back before you continue. I have, because I don't want to make somebody feel like because you don't have a headshot, you can't make it because you got portrait mode on your iPhone now. Come on, somebody.
Yep.
And you can get some good shots on your iPhone. It's all about
Yeah.
the lighting. If you're
Yeah.
clear, your background is not distracting, and you can, got the right outfits to for different characters that you're trying to go for, you can definitely get it going with iPhone. The resolutions on iPhones now, or even Samsungs, are great. Just make sure it looks professional. Do your research. Look up, what casting directors are looking for when they're looking for headshots, and make sure that it falls in alignment with those things. So you can definitely, you don't need to go out there and spend thousands of dollars on New York style headshots and photographers and all of that to make it no more. No.
Yeah, because I tell a lot of actors, stop spending all your money on 101 acting classes. See, me, when you work with me, I don't go by no rules or the stuff, because I realize that, once again, the industry is not for us. So do the acting classes, but don't spend 101 classes, especially you're not even getting cast. Do not do those casting, meet the casting directors, because yes, it also that helps. The percentage is so low. So spend your money wisely. What is the most challenging thing you had to face in this industry, and what is the best decision you ever made in this industry? I know in working with Antoine was one of them, but what is the best decisions you ever made?
Oh man, one of the best decisions that I've ever made in this industry overall, not just as an actress, right? I would say is creating my own content. There's so much freedom in that, you guys. It's not even funny, because when you have people in your corner like Antoine Allen Films, Antoine been getting in my butt for years. For years. Create your own. Why haven't you written your book yet? Come on, somebody. Why haven't you written your book yet? Okay, it don't matter if 5 people bought it or one person buy it. It doesn't matter. Get it done. The people will come. The money will come. Get it done. Because oftentimes what we get fearful of, will somebody buy it? Will they support? Will the money come? Will it pay off? And I don't think you need to concern yourself with that. Of course, be wise. Use wisdom when you're putting your money in places, but you can never go wrong with betting on yourself. That's the best investment you'll make. Can nobody invest in you more than you can invest in you? So one of the smartest decisions I've made is validate myself. Come on, somebody.
Come on, somebody.
Come on, somebody. It's validating myself. Let the church say yes. Is validating myself and creating my own content. There's so much power in that, to be able to be in the position where I'm now giving other people jobs and opportunity. I love that. I love that.
What is the most challenging thing you ever faced?
The most challenging is the fear. It's standing in my own way, really, because like I say, what set a lot of people apart from following their dreams is the fear of the unknown. If you have your last $1,000 and you know that, man, this is what I need to be doing, but what if it fails? I can't make that money back. Should I take this money out of my retirement account and put everything into this and all my eggs in one basket? What if it doesn't work out? What if? There's always going to be that what if. So I think it's the fear of the unknown, and sometimes just standing in my own way. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I tell a lot of people that, like I said, the person you see now, I was never like this. It took time to build his confidence up. It took time to own my power. But when because you had no choice. When I hear people in the industry talking about, I paid my dues for 30, 40 years, to me, you waited for 30, 40 years. Because I get it, back in the day, it was so many opportunities, but now you have no excuse. Like, it's really no excuse why not. And I get it, it's fair, but the most fearful thing is dying an old person for regrets. I know people I used to work with, been at a job since 1970, and I was born in 1981, and we got the same position and the same pay. So, yeah, I tell a lot of people, you have to bet on yourself. You have no choice. You have to make that decision. Now, if you, a tip for some of y'all, because I know I have like maybe 2 or 3 actors in here. If you don't have that voice, find someone that have it for you and team up together.
Yeah.
We have to want to team up together and building a team and building the right team. So now you're a producer now. You're writing books now. If you had to tell your old self, like 20 years ago, what would you tell that person?
Oh man, 20 years ago, so I'm around 10. That you are enough. I think oftentimes we try to wait on the who, what, when, where, why, how, and who can be a part of it, and who, and you get so caught up in who, and thinking that, will I be enough to do it by myself? Will I be, you know what I'm saying? So tell yourself that you're enough, that you're worth the risk. You know, the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. It's funding your dreams, funding your purpose, discovering your purpose, for sure.
That's good. So anybody that's online right now, you have any questions for me or for Ja about the film industry, leave it in the comments. Another thing I want to ask you before you start asking me questions, we're gonna ask you questions. For your kids, how do you feel seeing your kids now in the business?
Oh man, I feel good about it because I'm not forcing them to do it. They love doing it more so Jaden. He likes it, but he's definitely a very business savvy because he's all about like how much money is it. I don't even mention that. I'm like, hey, you know, Jaden, your agent sent you an audition. How much is it paying? That's what he wants. How much is it paying? You just have to, you know, just hold up the cereal and just make it look good. Just eat the cereal with, you know, with joy, and it's paying about $1,000. Oh, I'll do it. That's cute. So he's just all about the business part of it because he's thinking, okay, this 1,000, I can put this in my savings account. I can buy Robux. I can do Fortnite with this amount. So yeah.
Okay, we got
that freedom that they don't have to work for nobody, really.
Yeah, we got a question. You see it?
If you weren't in the entertainment industry, what would you be doing? Counseling. And I think it's still something that I would like to do. Counseling, life coaching. My master's is actually in professional counseling, and my bachelor's in business management. It's something about counseling, helping people to heal, helping people to find themselves, find their way, finding their purpose, but most importantly, healing so that you can be in alignment to see those things manifested. Because you got to put this steps. So
Okay.
definitely counseling.
You have another question from John. It's for you.
When did you know you wanted to be an actress? When I knew that my modeling career was going to be done around 25 if I ain't make it. I'm like, what in the entertainment industry can I still do and be any age and still get booked? And then I was just like, oh, acting. Also, I think thinking of, business-wise, that's what I was thinking. But also, to be honest, also when I did a production in church and the type of, applaud and people coming up to me afterwards saying, man, I saw myself in the role that you played. Man, I went through that same thing. Now I know I need help in that area, or if you can do it, I can do it. So just seeing how healing certain films can be, I'm like, man. So I think that's where I also got the acting bug for that as well, knowing that acting is way more powerful than I anticipated. Like it's a big deal. Like lives can be changed with the type of roles that you play.
You have another question.
If you weren't wait. For giving back to the community, yeah. Amen, healing. Okay. Leah, how do you manage being a young actress and a young mom if you had no support? Oh, girl, that's hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's definitely trying. It can be challenging. Thank God my kids are at an age where I can just run out real quick and leave them now. Or not. But I would definitely say having someone around you that you trust, just to run out if you have to go to an audition real quick, if you have to pay for a babysitter. But I thank God I have my mom that was able to help me, my sister, my brother, if I have to leave them with them for like a couple hours or something. I also have their dad is very hands-on, so I can take credit for that. I don't do it by myself. It's definitely 50-50. So I have my kids every other week. So the week that I don't have my kids is when I usually like really go hard. I do a lot of traveling. I'm back and forth in New York a lot. And the week that I do have them, I have people around me that I can trust, that I can leave my kids with. But now they're at that age where I can kind of step out real quick and come right back.
Okay. Now it's time for you to ask the questions.
Okay. All right. If you wasn't the CEO of Antoine Allen Films, what else would you be doing?
I probably I'm going to do it next year. So I'm starting my own management company.
Okay.
And I'm going to help filmmakers, artists, and writers, because a lot of times, a lot of artists, they need guidance. Sometimes they just doing the dots, just doing spitballs and hoping to stick. So for me, I'm really great at management. And before I got into the film business, I was managing artists. So management, yep.
Okay, you don't think that's more of a headache? No, not at all?
No. Mm-mm.
With people's personality, because you got to stay on them.
I used to do HR for security. I used to work as supervisor at Burger King. So if I could deal with that, I could deal with some crazy artists.
Okay. So what do you think with Lola? I don't want to say what's next, because I think that's a wrap-up question. But no, what's next for Lola? Have you told everyone?
Well, we got Lola 2 next summer. We got Lola 3. We got Lola 4. We got Lola 5. And I'm turning Lola into a TV series.
Woo-woo!
And I have tons of other projects. I have tons of other film projects. And I tell a lot of people, create your own work, because I don't want life happen to me. I want to go after life.
I love that. So come on, somebody. But Lola is definitely that Rocky, like Rocky, it's a whole franchise. Lola is definitely that female, not just a female, but a black woman. Come on, somebody. Franchise. So I love that. So I know you're always saying validate yourself, create your own content. What if someone don't have the money? They only have $1,000 to their name. They have bills. It's a pandemic, or they're jobless. Like, they just don't feel like they have a way out,
Well, you got to do what I did, because I realized the only thing that stops us is fear. It's not money, it's not none of that. Because I tell people all the times, if you really want to do something, you're going to do it. If you need to get that material thing, if you need to take that vacation, you're going to do it.
Right.
Unless you can't see, you have no arms, and you have no legs. And even those people go after it. So I realized you got to stop playing the victim, because I was the person that playing the victim. Oh, I can't do this, can't do that. And then I look at myself like, what is wrong with you? I never forget this coworker I used to work with. This was a long time I was younger. He was blind. He had the brittles and everything. He was writing books like it was nothing. On the side, he was writing books. I'm like, this guy can't see. Then he had some condition with his legs. Like, he was just, like, it was just so much, and he kept going. And I asked myself, what's wrong with me? And the only thing that was stopping me was fear. I tell a lot of people, it's fear. Fear will kill more people than bullets.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, people walking around, like, fear is like, it's a big thing. So, but yeah, you gotta go after it, man. You can't let anyone, and then also too, you gotta know your power. You gotta know that you more than enough. You also gotta know that who's around you. Sometimes people around you will reflect their fears and failures onto you because they can't do it. Right. So, just really knowing your power, having your faith. But like I said, the person you see today, I had to reprogram myself. I had to realize, do I want to be an old man full of regret and die? And then when I did at my funeral, or they could say, Anson was a great guy. The end. I didn't want that. I didn't want that.
Man. I like that. Like, what do you want to be remembered by? You
Helping people.
know, helping people. I
Helping
love that.
people, guiding them. Because at the end of the day, all the money, all this stuff doesn't mean anything. It's
Mm.
really helping somebody. And like, perfect example, when we did a premiere in Lola at the AMC Times Square, I had a young female that got raped the week of the premiere. She didn't
Wow.
want to go to the cops because she was fearful. Because in the movie, she had to curse and go to the cops, and it was one of her coworkers that went out some party thing. So the power of film and pushing people is just amazing. Like you just this is amazing. It's a mindset. Yeah, it's a mindset.
Yeah, I definitely feel like your purpose is definitely helping people for sure. Seeing people at the best version of themselves, really motivating and empowering someone else to, if I can do it, you can do it. Because that's definitely what you represent to me. So I definitely got to give credit where it's due. There's a time when Antoine been in my behind, like, get a job, get on it. Let's do it. What are you waiting on? Did you watch those movies that I sent you? Did you read that book that I sent you? Like, he is on it. Did your writer finish this series? Did your writer do this? Did you write it? So it's like, yeah, like, he's on it. So definitely, I can definitely second what you just said in terms of one. You're definitely going to be known for helping people, and I'm pretty sure a lot of actors and other talents on this line can say he's definitely been on my neck
Yeah, and
on
then
my birth in that
the one
project.
and the ones that don't listen, whip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody any more questions about the film industry, the business? For some of the actors, you have any more questions for us? Um,
Someone said quarantine changed my mindset about fear completely. Yeah. Like,
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Because
oh, go ahead.
no, go, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I mean, when you're thinking about it, people are dropping like flies, and they're just letting you know that tomorrow is never promised. The richest people, the wealthiest people, are I forgot who said this thing, but are in the grave right now because they died with $1 million ideas. They passed away and did not, pursue their dreams and their goals. Imagine if the person who created the railroads had passed away without inventing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have $1 billion, $1 million, $1 trillion ideas and dreams and vision that are in the grave right now because they did not say yes to themselves. They did not step out on faith. They did not say yes to their dreams and their vision, and they operated in a place of disobedience. So you definitely want to say yes to yourself, man. Like we said, don't let fear win. You can never bank on anything else better than yourself. You are the best investment. Um,
Yeah, because when it comes down to it, like this quarantine, it teach you like you could either go out for your dreams or die.
yes.
Um, just no one promised tomorrow. Like I never seen like this in my life. Like
Mhm.
growing up poor, we knew it was poor. Going outside, I don't know if you're gonna die because the air. That's a little
That's
different right now.
another level.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a
whole different
yeah.
level. Yeah, it's a whole different level. Um,
Mm-mm.
how long you been acting in this whole time span?
Oh man, I would say I started. Diary of a Bad Man was my first film, and we started
It
filming
was?
that 20. Yeah, and we started filming that 2014. So by the time I released in 2015. So yeah, I would say about 6 years now. But I was still kind of working when I did Diary. I was still kind of like not fully there, not knowing if I can fully step out on faith. So I was still playing it safe and just doing it on the weekend thing. Let me do what I
Mm-hmm.
can do. Let me squeeze what I can squeeze on the weekend. And when I saw how far I was able to go with that project, and I'm like, let me really take a chance on myself and go full ahead with this thing. And I would say about 4 years, 3, 4 years now, I've been doing it full time.
So I want you to answer that question. That is Julie. That's one of my co-writers from Lola. That's for you.
Ah,
She
I
wanted
would
to.
like to know more about the difference between onset Antoine and offset Antoine.
You can answer that because
I'm trying to think. Let me think back. Hold on. Offset Antoine is pretty much like this, like how he is right now. He's very like what you see is what you get with him. He's always gonna be like talking and very inspiring, and come on somebody, let's get it. But on set, I think you're just in the zone. I think it was once, I ain't gonna mention
You can
that
say
part.
it. Which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
When you got mad at me.
You can mention it if you want.
I think it was the guy. A lot of people might know him from the Oval. What's his name again? Travis, the muscular guy. And you know, Travis has said that you know, can you grease my back?
we got Eugene in here too.
Eugene had told on me. Eugene went to Antoine and was just like, yo, like, what did Eugene say? I don't know. Eugene said something to you that got
funny
you.
About it. I seen it already, but I said, let me just wait. Just wait it out. Let me just wait it out.
Look, like homie asked me to oil his back. I'm over here thinking, okay, let's give me the oil.
Eugene said no. Eugene said no.
Eugene talked about it. No, it wasn't like that at all. But you know, if hey, I guess guys have this Me Too movement too, I guess.
Basically what she's saying is, when I'm on set, I don't have, it's no friendship, it's just business, because sometimes what happens is you mix friendship and business and people get too comfortable and start taking advantage. So I really like John, what you laughing at? I really believe in Ja. So I just, you know, sometimes everybody needs a little bit, hey, that's it. Everybody gets it. Trust me, everybody gets it. It's fine.
But no, I would say, yeah, Antoine on set, I think as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, I think he works very smoothly. I think that the energy on set, I don't think we've ever been in a predicament where it's like crazy pressure and the, you know, film is not going the way it's supposed to, or I don't think we've been in.
Yeah, when I hear those stories about those filmmakers, oh my God, you're going crazy. I see, maybe because I'm not an artist, I think artist mindsets are just different. Because I be hearing the stories, I be seeing the directors going crazy, like, what's going on? Like, we making a movie. We're not curing cancer. We're not doing brain surgery. They be going crazy for no reason, but I'm more relaxed. Like, oh, whatever, because at the end of the day, I know where I was 20 years ago. I was trying to get out of the apartment. I was in the shelter. I was going to do so much stuff. So now I'm doing films and people giving me awards and money. What I'm getting mad for. But that comes from internal. You got to really heal yourself. Like, it's not that serious. Not that serious. We got any more questions? Any more questions for either one of us?
Let me see. Oh, Mariska's on here. Hey, Mariska. She said, Julia said noted.
Okay, that's another good question. How are you on set and off set? No headaches. We did 2 projects together. We did a wrestling film. My boy John Torres is in here. That easy, Lola easy. So yeah, she's easy. She's easy to work with. That's why I put her in my films, because one thing about doing a film, guys, if you're a director and filmmaker, you want peace of mind. You don't want to deal with actors that just, they think they just here and really they just not. So Ja's gonna be like in my next 10 projects because it's just easy to work with, and she's an amazing actress.
Thank you. Did I ever audition for you before?
Nope. Honestly, I don't really do auditions. If someone sends me a reel or something, but I don't do auditions because I'm so confident in my directing skills. And then when I pick somebody, and once I see, I'm pretty sure I know what to do. So I don't really audition many people. John asked you, how did your daughter feel on set?
What, for Lola? I mean, she was chilling. Yeah. I mean, because offset, she was having a lot of fun with Merson, learning kickboxing. So, I mean, she had an amazing time, both on and offset. So, yeah, it was definitely very easy for her. I think it was only a couple times she kept looking into the camera, I think.
Yeah. But she was easy, just like your son. They was easy to work with. But it all comes down to the alignment. Because one thing about kids, they energy level, they could feel it. So if they don't set
Yeah,
something not right, they're gonna feel it. So
that
it's
is
really all
true.
about having a nice set. So all my sets is peaceful. The only time it get
Yeah.
crazy when some of the actors get a little crazy, and then I have to like, what's going on? But all the crew. But yeah, it's pretty easy set. You know, everybody out there that's going to produce and do their own films,
Yeah.
have fun. This is not
Hmm.
surgery. Like the stories I be hearing, I'm like, why? So
Right.
instead of me complaining about this and that, I always
Yeah.
tell people, be the change you want to be.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of things in the industry I don't like, but I'm not gonna go on Facebook and do a whole. I said, okay, I just change it, do it my own way. Back in the
Yeah.
day, I could have said this because it was just really no way. But now, like right now, me and Josh literally working on 2 TV series.
Yeah.
You want to tell? You want to tell them about
I'll wait till we release the audition.
that? Yeah. Can I
Because then they
audition?
might
Can I
start asking
audition?
questions and all of that. And it's like,
No,
you
just do
know,
what I do. No, not yet.
yeah. Well, yeah, right now we're working on 2 television series that I really wanted to film later this year, but unfortunately, due to COVID, I guess,
Coronavirus.
yeah, we're gonna do it the top of the year. But I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to it. And one of them are actually, I think, no, one definitely international. So I will be filming a portion of it in Jamaica. So I've definitely been looking at a lot of profiles on Instagram, looking at a lot of people's work. I'll do screenshots to look into this artist. I have like an artist album that I've created for actors. And if I see some great work on Instagram or anything that I'm looking, so a lot of you guys just know people are always watching you. People are always watching you. So be very cautious about how your brand is being represented. Be very cautious of how you're carrying yourself because you don't know who is paying attention to you. You don't know what opportunity you might mess up just like that. I'm looking at profiles of who I'm going to book. And somebody can do something so like, wow, wow, that's not a good business move. I don't want to tie that to my brand. Let me not, or because I see something and I love what this person is doing, automatically I'm already have a role in mind for you just off of the presence that you have and how hard you're working. So people are always paying attention to you. Like Antoine said, he's always looking out for stuff. He goes according to his spirit. He doesn't audition. He doesn't really do auditions for his films. And if he does, it's very minimal. He's going according to how his spirit moves him. And I'm the same way. I go according to my spirit. If I come across something and someone really inspire me and it's tugged on my heart and I'm looking at their work and I do some more research, go on IMDb, automatically I'm already having that person in mind. And I might send something to Antoine. Yo, Antoine, check this person out. You think this person will be good for this role or that role? Oh yeah, I can see that. So you never know who is looking at you, for real, for real.
Yeah, I wanna expound on that because something just happened a few days ago. So I know a lot of artists. They feel like it's their page and they can say what they want. That's true. But if you decide to say, hey, I want to be an actor, I want to
Mm-hmm.
be a producer, I want to be an artist, whatever you want to be, don't think people ain't watching. If I go on your page and the first 10 posts is about what about this celebrity or that celebrity, um, I look at that because I'm like, okay, because that energy that you're showing online you might get judged. That's the thing. Even though we're not supposed to judge, you're gonna get judged. So something happened a few weeks ago. This filmmaker that I know, he was raising money for investor, whatever. He
Mm-hmm.
started going off and off. He probably online now, so I'm not gonna say everything. I don't care. Um, he was talking about what's going on in the climax of everything. He was going hard, like just saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
His investor called him and said, "Listen, I can't invest in you no more. Pull out." And now he
What?
don't have no money for his film because he was going crazy online. Now, if you want to feel like you want to express yourself, make
Mm-hmm.
another page that's private. But if you want to have a page that's public, and you say you want to be a filmmaker, and you want
Right.
to be a director, whatever you want to be, just it's no different than perfect example. When I used to work in HR, at an old job I used to work at, we used to go through a Facebook page, and sometimes my boss would have hired nobody because what's on their Facebook page is no different
Wow.
than doing a film. So
Mm-hmm.
even though you think you at a small level, you think that no one's watching,
Mm-hmm.
everybody watching. Even me. You ever walk me for example? I be walking down the street. Yo, Antoine, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, you see my stuff, but you don't like nothing. You don't like nothing. You don't comment on nothing. but you
Right.
know everything I'm doing.
Right. Right.
That's why I love Instagram story. Instagram story, I see all your nosy people that don't say something, and then yeah, so you
Yeah.
really, really gotta be cautious.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, do we have any questions before we
Julie
wrap
said
up?
everybody's watching.
Yeah,
You
everybody
should
watching, man.
definitely. Yeah.
You don't want you don't think they're all watching.
Mm-hmm.
So before,
Absolutely.
so we
Just
have
be
you.
careful how you entertain strangers. You never know who is going to be the next person that's going to be a blessing to you. You
Yeah,
never know. You might be doing a project, or someone might just love your brand, love what you're doing, and just want to invest.
yeah.
I know
Matter of fact,
that's how I move. That's how I move. If I have money, I have a tug on me to be a blessing, I just do it.
yeah. All this promotion I've been doing for ABFF. I just got someone recently email me and asked me how they could be a part of Lola 2 financially. And this person been watching me, I guess, forever, and he just knew certain things. That's why I say you just never know. Just because you don't
Mm-hmm.
get likes don't mean no one's watching. Um, I'm happy you got on a live too. We got a few more live coming up, so stay tuned. So if anybody have any questions, if not, let the people know, Ja, what you got coming up, what you want to tell people, any advice, anything you want to go off your chest.
Oh man. Like we said earlier, we have a couple projects in the pipeline coming up, top of 2021 to start filming. So pre-production will be starting in the fall. Wrapping up my second book, still writing, and that will be released next year as well.
Where they can find your
Um,
first book at?
if you want to get it directly from your girl,
Yep.
with the gift bag and the pen and all of that, autographed and noted, theloveafter.com, theloveafter.com. That's my website where you can get the book directly from me.
What was your first book
Um,
about?
that was a motivational memoir / self-help, and after each chapter is a journal, and that's pretty much showing you um, how I was able to transition from pain to purpose, what I went through, and how I got through healing and finding Jacinth and finding my voice and discovering my purpose, and now in the position of paying it forward. And if you've dealt with divorce, or just losing yourself and losing everything, especially as a single mom and not knowing how to move on, how to pick yourself up, Love After is definitely the book for someone who is trying to heal, trying to find themselves, especially healing from a bad relationship. Um, I talk a lot in my book about also the power of forgiveness. There's so many people in my journey of self-discovery. There were so many people that I did not know I didn't forgive. Um, Even a lot of traumas from childhood that that was still affecting me that I didn't know. I didn't know because sometimes when you're going through hardship in life and just life just happens, you kind of become numb and you block out certain things to the point where sometimes it becomes non-existent. And then when
Normalize
you,
it.
yeah, you normalize it. But when you go into that place of growth, evolution, that stuff has to be dealt with. You can't sweep it under the rug anymore
Hmm.
because you can grow and go but so far, and then there's a ceiling there. So I had tapped into my ceiling, and I'm like, man, I feel like I was like, I need to burst out of this thing. I need to grow. I need to go to my next level, my next dimension, but how? And that's when in discovery and just on this journey of healing, that's when it was revealed to me, like, this is why you can't grow. This is why you can't evolve. There's some things that you're still dealing with, Ja. There's some things that you still have to heal from. Yeah, you still got to forgive your stepdad. Yeah, you still got to forgive that cousin. Yeah, you still got to forgive this, that, and the person. You still holding on to this thing that still affects you today. So if you're on this line and you're wondering, why am I not growing? Why do I feel stuck and stagnant? Why do I feel like I'm on this hamster on the wheel, just going and going and going? And year after year, I have all this New Year's resolution, but I keep going in circles. I'm not growing. I do enough just to get by, but I'm not prospering. I'm not fully seeing my vision manifest. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I can't fully grasp it. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I don't know if I have the resources or the provisions. Like, how do I go to my next? You really have to tap in. And I mean, I always say, your seek your creator. That is your vision. That's your vision maker. You know, that's the person who is the author of your life. Why are you going to this person and that person and psychics, and you're putting all your trust in Oprah? I love Oprah, girl. I love you, girl, but no shade. Dr. Phil and Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, I love you too. All these people, TD Jakes, I love you too. That's my spiritual daddy in my head. But I say all of that to say, and don't get me wrong, these people have helped me because I read their books. And these are things that you do when you're trying to heal. You read books, you listen to podcasts, you get your prayer life going. But above all of that, you have to quiet the noise out, and you have to really dig deep and do some soul searching and discover who you are and what you need to heal from. And I'm telling you, when you heal and you let some of this stuff go, you will just start to feel life become so much lighter, and your so many doors starts to open up for you because you get it now, and you're no longer standing in your way. But heal, man, heal. I'm telling you, that's the block. That's the block for you. That's the blockage.
Yeah, guys, this is how we both got here. She went through her journey. I went through my thing. I had to reprogram myself.
Very
Sometimes we
true.
upgrade our clothes, our phones, but we don't reprogram our mind. It's all conditioned. Where I'm at today is not because no miracle. It's because I decided that for me to get to the next level, I had to kind of destroy the old me. The old me was
Mm.
a little boy that was a kid that didn't have no family, that didn't have no
Now I'm gonna need you to
values.
say that again. I'm gonna need you to say that again.
So,
You have to die
so
to the old you, the little
yeah,
boy
yeah,
inside.
you have to destroy that person because that person grew up in trauma and pain,
Mm.
and all he was, all he wanted to be loved. But once you tear that person down, reprogram yourself, you become this amazing chocolate man you see today that's doing so much for everybody because I had to really realize that, like, Antoine, do you really want to die an old man for regret? Or you want to try? At least try. None of the stuff is guaranteed. What's guaranteed is going to work, getting a 401k, getting a pension, getting a check, and die. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to be a barbershop, you want to have your own barbershop. If you want to make your own food, just try to do something that makes you happy. We're not saying you got to be this celebrity. No, it's just doing something that makes you happy. A lot of times we wake up every morning, it's like a rehearsal. We live in the same life
Yeah.
over and over.
Over
So
and
so
over.
for me, I got tired of living in rehearsal. I wanted something new. I wanted some new chapters in my book. And I just tried.
Mm.
And yes, it's not easy. It's very, very hard. But what's really hard is just living to die.
Mm. That's and would do you think you'd be even in the position to pay it forward and help other artists or help anyone else if you didn't do the work and heal?
No, I would even be a great husband. There's
Mm.
especially a lot of men, we walking around, especially black men, we walking around a lot of trauma. And we just walking around and recycling it everywhere we go. When you have trauma, it's best to be by yourself. Yes, we might think it's hard, but best to be by yourself. But guys, we got 2 minutes. We got to wrap up. I just got to. I didn't know they do this. I just got a notification from Instagram. So we'll be back this week with more ABFF. Road to ABFF. This notification just threw me off. I didn't know they have it. So we'll be back this week with some more guests. I have a co-writer. I have another actress from Lola. Jennifer will be a part of it. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for joining us. The Road to ABFF. Next week is the world premiere of our film Lola
What?
from August 21st
Come on, somebody.
to August 31st.
Yes.
Yes, August 21st to August 31st at abff.com. I'll see
Yes.
you guys later. We out. Peace.
Later.
Later.